Hello everybody and welcome to our another session of Prelims Pulse. Aru Dwabar, when it came to Assam, we discussed about prehistory. Okay, for example, ki asile Danava dynasty asile, Asura dynasty asile. Ami hebur bikhoy ami Dwabar discuss korisulu. And this time we will be talking about basically the ancient dynasties. For example, Salastambhas, Palas, Varman dynasties. We will be covering this dynasty through this MCQs. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so what's the first question? The first question is match the following as per the land grants by the ancient Kamrupa kings. So these land grants are like the sources that we have regarding the Kamrupa king. Because information lage ama, ami jiman khini information paisu, these are one of those sources. Okay, so yate ama ki koribo koise match the following. Ite kisuman kotha history ami mukhasta koriboi lagibo. Etia this is one of them. Okay, so etia upay nai aru. So some things are to understand and learn, and some things are to be, by heart koribole dorkar. Okay, so what is the answer here? A kar hoy kune likhise, that is 2 Bala Varman. Etia B ki hoise 4 Ratna Varman, Ratna Pala. Etia Guwahati copper plate kune thoi goise amar Indrapalai, and then comes Banaras copper plate, which is done by whom? Vidyadeva. Etia Indrapala, Bala Varman, Vidyadeva, tekhetlokor bikhoye olop ami jodi jani thau, probably you'll be able to relate and remember. Okay, so Indrapala kon asile? He was one of the kings of the Pala dynasty. During the in Indrapala, he was very well versed in Tantricism. Okay, into tantric lores hoy, he was very well versed in it. So during this time, we can see that there was an influence of Tantricism in the Kamrupa kingdom, and Indrapala was one of them who was very well versed in the tantric lore. Ola Bala Varman kotha janu. Bala Varman kun asile? Do you remember in a previous class I told about a princess named Amrit Prabha? So Bala Varman was her father. Okay, so we come to know about Amrit Prabha where kot aru gom paisu tekhetor kotha Raj Taranginit hoy nai. She was the one who was married off to a Kashmiri king, and she was tekhetor kune loi goisile hetu time kune, who was a Buddhist monk who left with her. His name was Stunpa hoy nai. So these are the information that we have, and Vidyadeva bikhoy mane he is almost like the Pala dynasty jeta lahake end hoy ahisile, etia Vidyadeva asile, and we do not have much information after about him. Khali ami iman to janu ki after Vidyadeva junbu information ami paisu, that was through Tabaqat-e-Nasri, aru he tat kar bikhoy mention kora hoise Prithu or Vishwasundara. Okay, then comes Ratnapala. Ratnapala, he was also one of the most powerful Pala kings. It was during his time Ratnapala ki korisile, he shifted his he renamed his capital to Durjaya or Sri Durjaya. Okay, and he also defeated one of the Gora kings, jar naam asile Rajyapala. Okay, Rajyapala. So these are few of the grants. Etu nohoy ki tekheloke ekhone grant hoise. There's more. For example, yate aru add hobo, but for convenience and etia jate iman khini monot thua, that's the reason why I have given. Okay, thik ase, let's move on to the next question. The next question is, consider the following statement regarding Salastamba dynasty. Okay, the first question says the capital city Harupeshwara was renamed after Hataka or Hataka Sulin. Hataka ba Hataka Sulin kun asile? It was a form of Lord Shiva, and these Salastambas were an ardent follower of Lord Shiva. Okay, so that's the reason why they have renamed their capital. Actually, they have named their capital after their god or their deity Hataka or Hataka Sulin, and the name is Harupeshwara. Okay, then comes they shifted their capital from Pragjyotishpur to present day Tezpur. It is right. So the Salastambas were the one যোনে নিজৰ ক্যাপিটেলটো কোড বনাইছিলে present day তেজপুৰত okay Sri Harshadeva formed marriage alliance with the Chalukyas actually Chalukyas লগত conflict হে আছিল Harshadevar marriage alliance নাছিলে so the marriage alliance কাৰ লগত আছিল Lichavis লগত আছিল so you see the Lichavis at that time they were also one of the most powerful kingdom you know a powerful dynasty and here you can see that tekhetloke jodi marriage alliance Harshadeva logot korise that means even Harshadeva was no less imagine the extent and the influence of Harshadeva because the Lichavis would just not you know jata logot eneke marriage alliance kori noloy tar pisot Hazaravarman is described as Godradi Kalinga Koshalapati no it was not Hazaravarman but it was Harshadeva aru kune eneke describe korisile tekhetok he was described by his son-in-law Jayadeva II okay jun kor asile Lichavi kingdom or asile Hazaravarman etu koa jay ki he was the one who built a very lofty temple okay for whom the name of Hataka or Hetuka Sulino namo all right and it is situated where in the present day the ruins are in somewhere in around present day Tezpur okay so yate amar answer to ki hobo eta ki bisaribo koise select the correct statement yate eta mo koilu ei duta statement correct hoy kintu ei duta statement is wrong so these statements are correct and these two are wrong hoy na because Chalukyas logot marriage alliance asile ki asile conflict he asile marriage alliance kar logot asile with the Lichavis and it was not Hazaravarman but it was whom Harshadeva that was described with this title okay so answer to yate ki hobo amar C which is 1 and 2 because a duta hai correct hoy na and they are asking for the correct statement all right let's move on consider the following statements yat ki koise Hazaravarman assumed the title Maharaja Giraja Parameshwara Parambhata Raka. Hazaravarman left two inscriptions, Hayanthur Grant and Tezpur rock epigraph. Vanamala Varma Deva was the son of Hazaravarman. Vanamala Varman Deva built a temple for Hetuka Sulin at Harupeshwara. Yato Varman ase. So do not get confused, okay? Just because tekhetloke Varman likhise boli tekhetlok Varman dynasty nohoy kuntu dynasty hoy tekhetlok Salasthaba dynasty okay so etia yate ki koise Hazaravarman assumed the title Maharaja Parameshwara Parambhata Raka these are very high sounding titles and yes this is correct it was Hazaravarman who assumed a title like this and then ki koise Hazaravarman left two inscription Hayanthur Grant and Tezpur rock epigraph again this sentence is correct second Vanamala Devavarman was the son of Hazaravarman etu correct hoy okay then ki koise Vanamala Varman Deva built a temple for Hetuka Sulin at Harupeshwara actually that is not true this is an incorrect statement okay tumaloke jodi swa the Hazaravarman ki asle he was also one of those who was very fond of art and architecture okay so it was during Hazaravarman jetia a Hetuka Sulin temple to build hoisile it was during his time it was him who built that temple in the name of their deity Hetuka Sulin and Vanamala Varman yeah it is true that he is the son of Hazaravarman and Vanamala Varman was also a very ardent follower of Lord Shiva he also was someone who was very orthodox or bahut beshi mane seriously loisile religion to so last of pine ki hol tekhete sob eri meli he started fasting to death in the sense like tekhete mane khwa mela eri disile aru so he it was under the influence of religion tekhete bhabile ki aru etia aru mane songkharat ebur kori lav nai aru okay so he fasted till death and then kak dile nijor throne to his son Jayamala okay so Vanamalar pisot kun ahile জয়মালা আহিলে দেউতাকে কি কৰিলে মানে নেখাই deliberately and voluntarily নিজে মানে কোনোবাই জবৰদস্তি কৰা নাই বা হেৰি নহয় তো he kind of deliberately fasted to death and then he gave the throne to his son Jayamala তো ইয়াতে আমাক কি বিচাৰিব কৈছে এতিয়া select the correct answer এতিয়া correct answer to কোন হয় মই যেনেকৈ কৈছিলো the first second and third the first second and third কোনটোত আহে answer B that is Hazaravarman he was one of the first Kamrupa king to assume such a high sounding title then he also left us 2 grants inscriptions basically ki Hayanthul grant aru Tezpur rock inscription these are the sources jo pra ami tekhetor bikhoye gom pao then Vanamala Deva hoy it was after Hazaravarman Vanamala Deva who took the throne and then the last one is incorrect because etu kam kone korisile Hazaravarmane korisile hoy ne okay so let's move on again consider the following statement regarding the Varman dynasty ebar amak kar bikhoye hudise the Varman dynasty the first statement is Mahendravarman sent diplomatic mission to China so etu correct hoy na incorrect let's find out second ki koise Mahendravarman was the first to perform Ashwamedha Yagna etia ei duta jodi ami sao it was it Mahendravarman no it wasn't kune pathaise diplomatic mission to China was Kalyanvarman okay the one who came before Mahendravarman it was him june diplomatic mission pathaisile to China in fact there is another I'll leave you with that so that you find out Kalyanvarman was addressed by a different name in the Chinese sources so please find out and let me know what is it okay write in the comments so Kalyanvarman Chinaৰ যোনটো sources হয় তাক Kalyanvarman বুলি address কৰা নাই তেখেতক বেলেগ এটা নামে দি address কৰিছে so tell me what is the name okay so it was Kalyanvarman this statement is incorrect then Mahendravarman was the first to perform Ashwamedha Yagna এতিয়া Ashwamedha Yagna to janai they leave a horse isn't it aur jiman he horse to jiman durole jay jiman to jonto area hoy it will come under that particular king who mane horse to jar hoy okay the whichever king the horse belongs to and how many areas the horse will cover it will come under the king of that particular king so Mahendravarman he yagna to perform korisile and jimane mane cover koribo and kunu beleg rojai jodi noro khai that means undisputed area to tekhetlokor under ahi goi thibo but if there's one king who would hold the horse that means it's a challenge okay they'll meet each other in a battlefield so etu kam kune start korisile Mahendravarmane korisile okay aru Mahendravarmaner time etu kotha asile ki mane jetia Varman dynasty agor asile it is said that to some extent they were a subordinate of the Gupta kingdom so Mahendravarman completely declared himself to be under no one complete autonomy declare kori didi mane jiman olop ties asile which brought the Varman dynasty under the Guptas Mahendravarman cut all the ties okay then comes Bhutivarman donated lands to more than 200 Brahmin families in where Kundravardhana eta Bhutivarmaner time out you can see Bhutivarman kun asile he was the grandson of Mahendravarman it's not the son the grandson of Mahendravarman and during the time of Bhutivarman when the military glory hoy no it was at its peak okay and Bhutivarman donate korisile iman lands 200 Brahmin family code korisile Kundravardhana kuntu area like now it will be present day North Bengal hetu area hobo and in fact it is said that Bhutivarman jiman capture korile no bahut besi extent loke pare it was beyond the Karatoya river okay which agote kuno heneke rojai kora nasile Kamrupa rojai kora nasile okay so it was Bhutivarman etu bostu correct hoy Supratisthita Varman was known as Mriganka no this is an incorrect statement it was not Supratisthita Varman but it was Susthita Varman aur Susthita Varman kun hoy one of our greatest legendary king who is a legend in his own terms কোন হয় ভাস্কৰ বৰ্মন হয় নাই so this statement is correct so ভাস্কৰ বৰ্মনৰ ডেটাকে আমি মৃগাঙ্কা বুলি কম okay সুস্থি বৰ্মন sorry সুস্থিতা বৰ্মন so let's see select the correct statement কোনটো কৈছে ইয়াতে মই এটা কি কি কলো এটো কারেক্ট হয় আৰু এটো কারেক্ট হয় the first and the second is okay sorry the first is wrong because it's Kalyan Varman this is correct etu hoy then this is also correct and this is wrong so the answer kuntu hoy 2 and 3 so we have the option D which is 2 and 3 aru yate amak correct statement hai bisaribo kose incorrect na hoy so since these two are the correct statement our answer will be D okay so let's go ahead with the next one now what does it say consider the following statement Shankaracharya the great Vedantist reformer visited Kamrupa during the Palas Indrapala formed a marriage alliance with the Rashtrakutas Ratnapala renamed the city capital city to what Durjaya Ratnapala defeated the king of Gora named Rajyadeva কিছুমান মই আগৰ কোৱেশ্চনটো লাকটো কৈ আহিছো হয় নাই এতিয়া প্ৰথম স্টেটমেন্টে কি কৈছে কি Shankaracharya the great Vedantist reformer visited Kamrupa during the Palas which is incorrect he did not visit during the time of Palas but he did it during the time of the Salastambas মানে Palasৰ আগত যোন আহিছিলে সেই ডাইনেষ্টি টু Salastamba dynasty asle hoy nai so Shankaracharya he visited during the time of the Salastambas so Shankaracharya what was he a Vedantist reformer and what did Shankaracharya believe that you can attain salvation through knowledge and devotion okay ebur mane sacrifice animal sacrifice kori ba tantricism kori hebur di nohoy one can achieve salvation mane mukti ba moksha keneke through knowledge and devotion so he was one of the one who was preaching that ideology okay excuse me okay then comes Indrapala formed marriage alliance with the Rashtrakutas yes it is absolutely correct he was the one then Ratnapala renamed the capital city to Durjaya yes aru Ratnapalar kotha ami kot pao Soratbari ground hoy na Borgaon ground okay Walkusi ground these are the ground jot ami Ratnapalar bikhoy ami sources bur jot ami gom pao Ratnapala defeated the king of Gora named Rajyapala this is also another correct question that it was Ratnapala who defeated amar tetialoke pray Kamrupor ki hoy thake conflicts hoy thake basically Goras lakologot in the Bengal region hoy na so yate answer amak ki koibo koise select the incorrect statement yate incorrect statement ami etialoke keta palu bas just one and that is this because it didn't happen during the time of Palas but it happened during the time of Salastambas okay so it was Shankaracharya who visited during the time of the Salastambas yate answer ki hobo etia they are asking for the incorrect one and we just have one that is one only option B all right so now next question to ki koy sausun consider the following statements koise yat koise number 6 during the reign of Harshapala Pudravardhana was captured by whom Jatavarman kor asile Bengal asile Kalika Puran was written during the reign of whom Dharmapala mo olob agote koi gosilu ne Dharmapala shifted his capital to Kamrupa Nagar etia jodi ami sao it will be somewhere around North Guwahati okay Jayapala was defeated by Ramapala of Bengal ite ki hoisile jodi if we see the background Harshapala was a weak ruler okay he was not that very strong so Pudravardhana since I told you during those days he good dinner ki hoisile Pudravardhanar henokai mane এবাৰ কামৰূপৰ পিনে আহে এবাৰ আকৌ বেংগলৰ পিনে গুছি যায় মানে capture recapture to hoye thake. So during the time, because Harshapala was not a very strong ruler, he was quite a weak ruler boli koa jay, so he kind of lost that territory. Okay, and etu koa jay ki during his time there was a conflict between Harshapala and the Chalukyas, that is Vikramaditya VI. Okay, Vikramaditya the sixth Chalukya kingdom jontu asile tar logot conflict hoy, kintu eta kotha hoy ki none of the kingdoms did not lose any of their territories. So yate har jit heneke ekো nasile, henaka mention nai, just that etu mention asile conflict asile, but none of them lost any of their territories. Okay, then next ki koise Jayapala was defeated by Ramapala of Bengal. Okay, so this is one. Ami Dharmapala shifted his capital to Jindumakosu North. Ebu Dharmapala ami sources buru ami kot pao Khonamukhi grant. Okay, one of the grants. There were other grants also, but Khonamukhi grant was one of the grants jot ami Dharmapala bikhoye gom pao. So yate ja ji koisu, it is correct. All these sentences are basically correct. Harshapala did lose Pudra Vardhana during his time. Kalika Puran, hetu hoy Dharmapala time ote likha goise, and then capital was shifted to Kamrupa Nagar, Kunpine, North Guwahati Pine. That is also correct. And Jayapala was defeated by Rampala of Bengal. Even that is correct. So yate ama ki koise incorrect statement bisaribole koise. So yat ki hobo, since none of them are incorrect, ekane amar answer hobo option D, because all of these statements are correct. Okay, so etu question number 6 ot amar ki ahibo, none of the above, because all of the sentences are correct. Jodi correct koa holoten tene hole beleg holoten, but now that they are asking for an incorrect statement, it is none of the above. Okay, now number 7 is ki koise, consider the following statement. Kalika Puran lays importance to king, minister, territory, fort, treasury and army. According to Kalika Purana, a branch of people from China called Chauthias migrated to Pragjyotishpur. Gopatha Brahmana narrates the story of Kamdeva's revival. Kumara Harana narrates the story of Usha's Gandharva's marriage to Anirudh. So etia yapra ami ki bisaribo lagibo correct answer. So please ignore this, because this is this my mistake. It will all wrong hoy. Okay, the options are wrong, but I'll explain you here which is the correct one and the incorrect one. So yate koise Kalika Purana lays importance to king, minister, territory, fort, treasury and army. Yate keta element dise 1 2 3 4 5 6. Actually Kalika Puranot keta element ase 7. Okay, 7 elements. Kalika Puran talks about the importance of 7 elements of a kingdom, and that is king, minister, territory, fort, treasury, army and ally. Okay, the 7th important element is ally. That means your friends, not friend exactly, but the people that you can trust and rely upon. So ally. Kingdom ekhon cholabo hole bhalke, it's also very important to form alliance and have allies. Okay, so hetu eta bostu yate importance dise. So a answer to ki hoy, somewhere it's incomplete and thus it is incorrect, because they forgot to mention what ally out here. According to Kalika Purana, a branch of people from China called Chauthias migrated to Pragjyotishpur. Kalika Purana etu kotha likha ase jano. However, the theory is correct, but it is not written in Kalika Purana. Kalika Purana kar bikhoye likha ase, Brahma bikhoye likha ase. The Brahma made his first calculation where in Pragjyotishpur. First calculation of the stars in Pragjyotishpur. Mane into astrology hoy no, the calculation was done here. Our Prag mane ki hoy, eastern. So Pragjyotishpur mane ki hoy, city of eastern astrology. So hey karne this is also incorrect. Theory is correct, but it is not part of the Kalika Puran. Okay, Kalika Puranot Brahmar kotha likha ase. Then Gopatha Brahmana narrates the story of Kamdev's revival. এতিয়া Pragyotispurer, these are the theories, okay? So Pragyotispurer নামটো কিয় Pragyotispurer পৰিলে এইটো এটা theory হয়. Then Kamrupৰ নামটো Kamrup কিয় পৰিলে এইটো এটা theory হয়. So Gopatha Brahmana, this is one of the sources of ancient scriptures হয়. কি কৈছে Kamdev's revival, মানে Kamdev was burned by whom? Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva's third eye, because Shiva was already angry that his wife Sati killed herself, burnt herself, and he was roaming around the world carrying her body. Why not? Heto story to ami janue sage Kamaikha jeneke he dropped, tekhetor parts bur efale hefala jeneke pori gosile, and one of the parts of her lady parts fell in where? Kamaikha. And tate ami eta temple banai disu, Kamaikha temple. And Kamdevar story too is related to that episode. That is correct. And Kumara Harana narrates the story of Usha's Gandharva's marriage to Anirudh. Ukha kar swali asile? Ban Rajar, hoy nai, Banasura. And whom did she want to get married to? The grandson of Krishna, and his name was what? Anirudh. Hoy nai? So a entire story to quote narrate kora ase Kumara Harana. Ar kune likhise hetu story? Our greatest Shankardev. Okay. So Kumara Harana was written by whom? It was narrated by whom? Shankardev. Three? Shankardeva. Okay. So this sentence is correct and this sentence is correct. So yet a correct answer among jeta bisaribo koise to kun gita hobo the last two, that is 3 and 4. Ar jodi incorrect koy tenahole 1 and 2, because it is incomplete. Okay, first of all this one is incomplete, and second into sources pa loise boli koise he source to wrong. Kalika Puranot etu theory bikhoy likha hua nai. Okay, now let's come to the question number 8. So eta question number 8 ot amar ki ase? Match the following ase. Regarding whom? Hem Saraswati, Ram Saraswati, aru Harihar Vipra. So these are one of the most important poets, okay, during our ancient Assam. Etia kotha to etu hol, who are these people? How did they end up here? Let us learn about it. So etia ki hol, jetia Pala dynasty disintegrate hoy gol, no, jetia Pala dynasty weak hoy gol but disintegrate hoy gol, ta tetia Kamrupa kono disintegrate hoy gol mane. So horu powers ulale, chieftains ulale. For example, the rise of the Bhuiyas hol tetia. Okay, junbu chief hoy tekhetloke independent announce kori dile, nijoke declare kori dile. And tarpsot kun ahile? Aru tarpsot we have the Muslim invasions. Hoy nai, where do we learn about that? In Tabakate Nasri. So tate ami bahut kin Muslim invasions or kotha gom pao. Tate ami kar kotha gom pao aru Prithu kotha gom pao, hoy nai, Vishwasundara. Even we come to know from the Konai Borokhi rock edict, Hebrew ami gom pao. And for after Prithu kun ahile? Sandhya ahile. After Sandhya kun ahile? Aru bahut kisuman rulers ahile. For example, Rup Narayan. Iman besi strong rulers nasile heneke. Okay, so that they can kind of bring Kamrupa under one umbrella. Henoka rulers kunu henoka time ot iman nasile. Of course, Prithu was strong, Sandhya was strong, kintu juntu Pala dynasty but juntu Salasamba dynasty juntu influence asile itu hisabot heneke nasile. Tar pisot ki hol? Ejon manu ahile Pratapdhwaj. June one after Sandhya jeneke ahi Rup Narayan ahile, Singhadhwaj ahile. Tarpsot Singhadhwaj buli Raja jonor ejon minister asile Pratapdhwaj. So what Pratapdhwaj did? He killed Singhadhwaj and took the throne. Okay, and after he took the throne, all of dina pisot tekhetu dhukale aru. And tekhet jete dhukale, tekhetor ejon cousin brother asile, Dharma Narayan buli. Okay, Dharma Narayan buli ejon tekhetor cousin brother asile who took the throne. And Pratapdhwaj had a son, but tetia olop horu asile mane boyokhot. But later even he became mane baki manubur tekhetok ki koy support koribo dhora hol. And what was Pratapdhwaj's son's name? Durlabh Narayan. Okay, So pisat Durlabh Narayan olop jete dangor hol, even he started claiming that I should be the king because that it was my father who was in the throne earlier. So hetu hisabot moi hobo lage. And then Narayan was, he already declared himself as the king of Kamatapur. Okay, Kamatapur asle karon Sandhyai capital to shift kori lisile to Kamatapur. So tar pisot tetia ki hol ki manu bilake bhabile ki iman juddho hoat koi ebur iman besike hoat koi, let's kind of divide the kingdom. So the kingdom was divided and there was some kisuman treaties hol. Okay, tar majote etu hol ki Narayan is supposed to send 14 families of Brahmanas and Kayasthas. Okay, so and then these poets were also sent. Okay, so 14 families of the Pothale, the Kayastha family, the leader kun asile. Okay, so the leader was the great grandfather of whom? Shankardev, right? So tell me the name in the comments of the leader. So now you see Shankardevar lineage, that's how it started here. Tar majote kun ahile aru etu sukti hisabe Dharma Narayane aru kakak pothale dhurgol, because Durlabh Narayan was a big patron of literature and art and music. Bahut sokhin asle tekhet. Okay, so Hem Saraswati ahile, Ram Saraswati ahile aru Harihar Viprao. Tekhetor court of he was one of the court poets of whom? Durlabh Narayan. So these three people were they were patronized by whom? Durlabh Narayan. Etia Hem Saraswati ki likhise? It is Prahlad Charita. Was written Prahlad Charita, Harihara Gora Sambad, ebur kune likhise? Hem Saraswati likhise. Then comes Ram Saraswati. Ram Saraswati ki likhise? Jayadharta Valha. So ebur bostu were written by this great poem. Then comes Harihar Vipra. Harihar Vipra ki likhise? Babru Bahanor Yuddha, Lavakushar Yuddha. Aru likhise baru, but these are some of the important ones. Etia eitu bostu upay nai. Eitu bostu again mukhosto koribo lagibo. Kunjone ki likhisile boli. Thik ase? But anyways, but you know the reason behind how they ended up here in Kamatapur and what happened before that, and how did Shankardev end up with us here and being one of the, I would say, juntu Ahomor juntu foundation hoy no, the culture hog literature Shankardev juntu amak dile, that is the contribution is just immeasurable. Iman kunue ajiloke heneke dibole para nai, iban Shankardev dise. So next, go on to the next question. Number 9 is, consider the following statement. The Khen dynasty was founded by Niladhwaj. During the rule of Chakradhwaj, Gorbak Shah led an expedition to Kamata. Alauddin Hussain Shah was defeated by Nilambar. Ghiyasuddin is one of the generals that built mosque at Haju called Huamekka. Yate ki amak bisaribo dise? Select the incorrect statement. So again, the options are wrong. Okay, yate ame nasao, but mo apnalokok koi dim kuntu right kuntu. Okay, so etia Khen dynasty ki hol ki after Durlabh Narayan, his son took over, named Indra Narayan. Kintu Indra Narayan iman strong nasile. Okay, he was a weak ruler. So he karne mon ase moi je Bhuiyas kotha koisilu. So the Bhuiyas came into power again. So one of the Bhuiyas out there, okay, killed Indra Narayan, and what did he do? He took the throne. He kind of united the other Bhuiyas and claimed himself as a king. And he is the one who found a new dynasty was formed under him, that is the Khen dynasty. Okay, so this is a correct statement. So a new dynasty was formed where? In Kamata. And who is the new founder? What is the name? Niladhwaj. Okay. Second question, during the rule of Chakradhwaj Khen, Gorbak Shah led an expedition to Kamata. Is correct. This is also correct. তেতিয়া Muslim invasions প্ৰায় after 10 years 15 years বা কেতিয়াবা 6 years হেনেকুৱা মাজে মাজে with that kind of interval হৈ থাকিছিলে তো এই যেতিয়া চক্ৰধ্বজ আহিলে চক্ৰধ্বজ কোন হয় নীলধ্বজৰ son তেতিয়া টাইমত কোন আহিছিলে বৰবক্সা আহিছিল okay then comes Alauddin Hussain Shah ইয়াতে কিন্তু বৰবক্সা হাৰি গৈছিলে দেই কানা so Alauddin Hussain Shah was defeated by Nilambar so this is incorrect okay চক্ৰধ্বজৰ পিছত কোন আহিলে Nilambar আহিলে however Nilambar did not defeat Alauddin Hussain Shah he was defeated by the Sultan okay Nilambar was defeated by the Sultan আৰু কি কৰিছিলে Nilambarক capture কৰি মিলি গৰা পিনে লৈ গৈছিলে okay but however Nilambar তেখেতে he succeeded in escaping তেখেতে পলাই আহিলে তেখেতক হেনেকে একো কৰিব মানে বেছি দিন ৰাখিব নোৱাৰিলে Nilambar escaped but however what it did it kind of exposed the weakness of the Hen dynasty that the king is weak okay then second ki kole Ghiyasuddin one of the generals built a mosque at Hajur so hey Alauddin Hussain Shah logot tinijon man dangor generals ahisile okay so one of the general was whom Ghiyasuddin and he built a mosque kon pine Haju Wamekka bole juntu etiao ase they said that it was Ghiyasuddin and he became like a peer you know something very pious and sacred for the local people and then what happened he died he was buried there and so people come of every community they come and visit this place Poa Mecca mane 1/4 of Mecca mane etu koa jay ki ei bostu mane if you kind of visit this mosque you are almost it's like visiting Mecca okay so he karone Poa Mecca boli koa jay so yat ami ki palu this is correct this is wrong and this is correct so yate jodi amak incorrect statement bisaribo koise tena hole khali number 3 ki hobo which is Alauddin Hussain Shah was defeated by Nilambar he was never defeated by Nilambar actually Nilambar was defeated by him and he captured Nilambar and took him to where Gora which exposed the weakness of the Kamata kingdom and then after that ki asile there was again the rise of the Bhuiyas after that karon jeta gom pale tekhetlukor roja iman strong nohoy so again the Bhuiyas started taking into you know power lole ahibole you know hokham hoy gol and they also again started declaring themselves was independent and autonomous eta loi lole and the other thing ki hol ki Bhuiyas also helped defeat whom Alauddin Hussain Shah jetia ahisle jetia Kamata rule korile to tetia nije rule nokorile kak bahai thoi gol his son Daniel okay Alauddin did not rule himself he let his son Daniel be the ruler you know Daniel besi din rule koribo noarile kyo because the Bhuiyas they formed an alliance together and killed Daniel they defeated Daniel and his army and they killed him okay so besi din yate juntu Alauddin Hussain Shah juntu rule asle it could not prevail for longer time it was defeated by the Bhuiyas and Daniel was killed so that's how again there was another rise of the Bhuiyas okay now the last question let's move on so number 10 question it's very important for us to read this question properly karon potokke sale you might think you know the answer but it's very confusing so it's better we read it very carefully yate ki koise which of the following was not please remember this was not a result of the Muslim invasions of Kamrupa in the 13th century 13th century mane ki hobo around 1200s why not okay so ki koise yate not the result of the invasions of the Kamrupa in the 13th century aru yate ki amak bisaribo yat o koise correct statement to bisaribo koise not incorrect but the correct and what they are saying is not a result okay ki hoy not a result of the Muslim invasions of Kamrup in the 13th century. The weakening of the Kamrupa kingdom, ability to resist future invasions, yeah, it was not a result of that. Then the establishment of a new dynasty in Assam directly under the Muslim control, it was not a result. It was not a result of the establishment of a new dynasty in Assam directly under. The eventual rise of the Ahom dynasty as a dominant power in the region. Laheke in the 1200s, Ahoms came and they established their power. They kind of consolidated a lot of areas under them. The temporary control of Kamrupa by the Delhi Sultanate before it was reasserted by the local power. So, which of the following was not a result of the Muslim invasion of Kamrupa? Our answer to ki hobo, that is the establishment of a new dynasty in Assam directly under the Muslim control. Kityo heneke one asil. Okay. So, baki bur jodi ami sao, yes, they did have some level of contribution, but incorrect. It's not a result. Okay. So, we come to the last question. So, before we wrap up, let me just let you through our courses that we give. So, here are a few batches that we will be starting very soon. The first is Ajaya. Itu kar karne hoy basically for the working professionals. Okay, so june already they are already working, but kiba job already ase. So tekhelokor jono convenience hoy as per their timing, we are going to reduce this batch. That is the Ajaya. Tar pisot next hobo Agni batch. This is completely for the newcomers who have just started their journey with civil services. Tekhelokor karne hoy Agni batch. So we'll mostly give importance to their foundation and core, or we'll make sure that they enoka eku tekhelokor jate foundation to strong hoy. And then comes the Akshay. This is for the ones who have already appeared, but kismane jate prelims already clear kori thoise ba mains clear kori thoise tekhelokor karne hoy, and that is the Akshaya. So basically this is going to be a little bit of from intermediate to advanced level. Ami etu kotha eneke loi lom ki dekheloke already jane basics, but again we'll cover all of them. Tar pisot ase Alok magazine. So apnaloke amar YouTube channel jabo paribo, and Alok magazine or ase, you can always study. So please contact us in these numbers in case if you would like to know more about us, you would like to be a part of this institute. Thank you. So we'll meet up in the next session again. Bye.